Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, you know this does not work without you guys. All right, so it is Thursday. Things have been kicked up a notch here at the Super Bowl. You can see NFL Network is now broadcasting live from Super Bowl experience. Everything down on the beach is done. They've ripped up the sod, put down new grass and stuff. They've given everything a whitewash. Everything is here going like crazy at the Super Bowl. Had a great time talking to my buddy Demario Davis. Demario Davis, incredible athlete that not only plays lights out on the field, family man, great guy in the community and stuff. The kind of guy that you love to have on your team. But talking to him, he's played under Mike Nolan, and you can look at how his career. He was always a great athlete, great linebacker. But I got to tell you, I love what he does as far as what he's learned under Mike Nolan. Mike Nolan, much like Ray Lewis, is a guy who plays downhill with aggression, but controlled aggression that literally knows everything on the field. And if Mike Nolan can end up doing that with Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch, oh my God, that can be the difference. I mean, night and day difference. Jalen Smith has the skill, but I think he needs to get that tenacity. And after talking to Demario's like, yeah, you got a good coach. You got a great one. And he's made all the differences. He's given credit to Mike Nolan in his career. So check out that video and stuff with them. I wish every NFL player was as nice as Demario Davis. Now, speaking of nice players, Jason Witten, who has been around for a long time. I can't believe how long he's been around. 2007, me, my wife, Michael Anthony, and myself were actually at his training camp in Elizabethton, Tennessee, doing a photo shoot for, actually a commercial spot for United Way. 2007, that was 13 years ago. Jason Witten has had an incredible career, sadly one without a Super Bowl. He left the NFL and retired and went to the booth and unretired and came back to the Cowboys. Well, he says, listen, I'm not ready to stop playing. He still wants to play, but he understands that there's a change in coaching and is not sure if the Dallas Cowboys want him or not. And I'm curious as to what you guys think. When he first came back last year, the talk was, well, he was going to be a role player, that he was going to get like 20, 25 snaps a game and be a mentor to the younger guys. Now, we've seen Blake Jarwin kind of, step up and start playing really well from the season before that Giant game where he had a monster game. And in the time that he did play this year, he did play rather well. And Jason Witten is always going to be reliable hands, but he's not a guy that's going to go deep and get you a lot of touchdowns anymore. He's truly in the twilight of his career. So he says, of course, he would like to be with the Dallas Cowboys, but understands if he's not. Now, there's been speculation that maybe he would end up with the New York Giants with Jason Garrett because, well, let's face it, they're family. It's going to be interesting to see how that goes through. But at this point, for me, I like the fact that this team has started all over as far as coaching. You can look at what's happened over the course of the last 4 seasons. We went from the Tony Romo, Dez Bryant team to now the Dak, Zeke Elliott, Amari Cooper team. And I think that you got to go ahead and just let this generation, you find parts of stuff that are young, so this group of guys can go ahead and start achieving and getting to better together. Jason Witten is always going to be a stand-up guy. Jason Witten is always going to work and teach your guys a lot of great things. But you can't have him there never coming off the field, not at his age. You need today's tight end to be like a wide receiver. If you look at some of the past teams that have done well in the Super Bowl, they all have great tight ends. They have game-changing tight ends. New England, without Gronk, I don't think they're the same offensive team. You look at the Eagles, the thing that kept them together were their tight ends between Zach Ertz and Gephardt. And you look at the Super Bowl right now, the two teams there, both got great tight ends. And that's a place that you got to look at. You need a tight end that's making some numbers, making mismatches, and catching that football, as well as being able to block too. And so I think that as much as hard as it will be to see Jason Witten on another uniform, I'd rather see him retire. I think we're going to see him in another uniform. So you're probably wondering, who the hell is this guy dressed up? Yeah, that's me. We got an event to go to tonight, and hopefully I'll get you some nice footage and things. You never know who you might run into. So as always, friends, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Hold on tight because things are kicking up a notch, and we got a lot to cover here in Miami. I'll see you soon.